So, short time ago, I was looking at my satellite TV bill and really not happy with what I was paying. So I looked into cutting the cord, like so many have done, and found it a really great experience. So I'm going to share that with you here today and see if you find it as enjoyable as I did. Let's look at what I was currently paying. First, my local phone company, internet and landline, cost me $82 a month. That was a 3 megabits per second DSL. I'd had it for years, hadn't questioned it. Also had a local phone service with that. Actually, at the time, they told me I couldn't get the DSL without the phone service, but I like having a phone in every room. Not everybody does, but I did. My satellite TV, $95 a month. Had what they call the choice package, just standard definition. I did get the DVR. I love my DVR. No sports packages and no movie channels. So my total monthly fee for both was $177 a month. I started looking at internet prices and came across my local cable company. Had a $15 a month, 2 megabit per second, no contract internet package. Now, that's not very fast, but hey, no contract. If I don't like it, I can always bump it up. So I went with that, $15 a month. I had some initial cost there. I had to get a cable modem, about $70 for that, and another $15 installation fee. You'll need a wireless router. I already had one, but if you don't, it'll cost you about $30. As I said, I liked my landline, and I wanted to keep it. So I bought a Magic Jack Go. It's voice over IP. It cost me $40 per year. The first 6 months were free. That's less than $4 a month. I get local and long distance, and there's no contract. So my initial cost here was only $40. If you've been around Magic Jack before, you'll know they only support one phone. However, there is a way to extend your Magic Jack to more than one phone in your house. The only caveat here is you have to have a cable internet. You can't use it if you have a local phone DSL service. So here I've got a simple schematic of the line from the phone company coming to your exterior phone box outside your house. And the bus in that box then goes to the various wall jacks in your home where your phones are currently plugged in. All you have to do is simply go outside, open up the box, disconnect the phone line inside the box from the street. Go back inside, and instead of plugging a phone into your Magic Jack, plug your Magic Jack directly into the closest wall jack. Once this happens, that wall jack is connected to all the other wall jacks through the exterior phone box. Here you see a picture of my outside phone box. There's a screw with a label customer access. It's okay for you to get in there. Open up the box, and on the inside, you'll see at least one RJ11 jack. Mine had two. My home was wired for 2 phone lines at one time. Just simply disconnect the RJ11 jacks and close the box. Now, you should have already installed the Magic Jack Go per the instructions and verified it was working. So after you've disconnected the line from outside the house, just simply take the line from your Magic Jack and run it right into the wall jack. Now all of your phones are connected to the Magic Jack through the wiring in your house. That takes care of my internet and landline. So let's look at my new television provider. And yes, local broadcast. It's free and it's HD. Remember, I was only paying for standard definition. I have a 42-inch high-def flat screen, and I was watching standard definition. So, local broadcast is free. I also signed up for Netflix. It's about $9 a month. It's on demand. No more having to surf the guide to record shows that you want. I get them on demand from Netflix starting at episode 1. It's great. I also use my local library. I know that sounds funny, but it's amazing. I'm going to go into that more in a minute, but you get free DVD and Blu-ray rentals. There's a ton of content. If you haven't been on broadcast television since it went digital, you can't believe the channels, regular channels, movie channels, you name it, you need to check it out. So the only cost here is an exterior antenna. I bought one for $40, my local electronics store. You will need to have a way of streaming. You can use a game console. I use a Wii. I had an old Wii. The optical drive had broken. It was junk, but it still streams. It streams Netflix and it streams YouTube. Some Blu-ray players can stream, or you can use a computer, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. Something that surprised me when I canceled my satellite TV service was that they left the dish on my roof. I had to mount my antenna to something, so all I did was remove the dish. I had to mount an extra mast extender on mine to get up past the peak of my roof. Not a big deal. So I mounted my new antenna, There was coax already there from my satellite dish, just plugged it in, ready to go. I already mentioned my local library. As luck would have it, in my area, I have 3. So all I do is go in each once a week. I review the new releases. If there's one I like, I select it. I can reserve it with my library card number. I keep a text file on my desktop with all 3 of my library account numbers in there. I reserve the movies, and when they're ready for me, they email me, tell me they're ready to pick up. The first thing I noticed when I cut the cord was I didn't have a DVR. And when you're watching broadcast and you're used to doing what you want to do and watching things later, hugely disappointing to have to go back and be in front of the TV right when your show comes on. So what are you going to do? I used my old laptop. I had a laptop with Windows 7 on it. Bought it for the family. Didn't get used much. It was sitting in the corner. You can pick up an old Windows 7 laptop, local computer shop, or on Craigslist, a couple $100, if that much. The nice thing about Windows 7, even Windows Vista, it comes loaded with the free Windows Media Center. It is awesome. I'll talk a little bit about it, but there's plenty of content on the internet that will help you get that set up. If you choose not to use Windows Media Center, you could use Kodi, used to be called XBMC. You can run that on Windows 8. So there's some cost here. A laptop, whether new or used, costs you probably around $250. You will have to get a USB tuner card to turn your laptop into a TV. And you're going to need a USB mouse and maybe even a keyboard if you want to go that far, so you can use it across the room. Install the USB tuner per the instructions. You'll simply have to connect the antenna to the tuner and plug the tuner into a USB port on your computer. From there, you just connect your PC to the TV, preferably with an HDMI cable. You could also use a VGA cable. You'll likely need a separate audio cable for this if you do that. Once you've got the tuner and the cable installed, you'll have to go into Windows and tell it what's going on. Simply go to the Start button, Control Panel, Display, select Connect to a Projector, and then select Duplicate Display. You'll also need to go and tell the laptop that you want to close the lid and not have the picture go away. So again, Start button, Control Panel, System and Security, Power Options, Power Plan, and on the side you'll see an option that says choose what closing the lid does, and just select Never. Okay, so your hardware is set up. You have a little more work to do inside Windows Media Center. So just go ahead and open the Media Center, go to Tasks, Settings, select Set Up TV Signal, and then select Scan for Channels. Any channel in your area that your broadcast antenna will pick up, Windows Media Center will log it into the guide. You'll also have to configure the TV. This is really easy. Just go in the same way, Tasks and Settings, and select Configure TV, and the wizard will walk you through. And it'll make sure your TV is properly set up for the best picture possible. One of the nice things about using your laptop as a DVR is it's more than a DVR. It's a DVD player, it's a CD player, it's an MP3 player, and don't forget, it's still a PC. You can surf the web, email, stream your favorite radio stations. It's pretty nice. I have a 42-inch flat screen PC that I can sit on my couch and use anytime I like. Some other options you might want to think about. Go get a good old-fashioned cable splitter and run that cable not only to your laptop, but run it back into your TV. If you're recording a show on your DVR, then you can switch back to the regular TV input and you can watch TV while you're recording. Also, go into the control panel again. Enable your home group. If you're not familiar with a home group, get on the internet, check it out. Basically, it allows you to connect all your computers together. I have all my music and videos on my desktop in another part of the home. Through the home group, now I can access all that, and I stream all my music and videos anytime I like. Even printer. I can use the printer. It's not a wireless printer, but through the home group, I can print. So it's really wonderful thing. If you haven't enabled it on your PC, it is password protected. So go ahead, check it out. Okay, enough talk. Let's see how we did. Remember, my old monthly bill for phone and internet was $82 a month. My satellite TV, $95 a month. Total, $177 a month. My new monthly bill, $9 a month for Netflix, $4 a month for my Magic Jack, $15 a month for my internet, for a total of $28 a month. That's $149 a month savings, or almost $1,800 a year. That's awesome. What did it take for me to get here? I had to purchase a cable modem for about $70. Internet installation fee was $15. Wi-Fi routers about $30. I had one, but if you need one, you'll pay about $30. A Magic Jack Go was $40. An exterior antenna, $40. Antenna splitter, $5. And the laptop PC, big expense there, $250 if you don't have one already. The USB tuner card was $25, and the wireless mouse with the keyboard, $15, for a total of $490. Now you divide that out by my monthly savings, $149 a month, and I pay myself back after 3.3 months. So 4 months later, I'm putting $149 a month back in my pocket, $1,800 a year back in my pocket. Awesome.